Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to elaborate a kind of educational subject, and I'm going to introduce you guys to a defining school in Berlin. Came into existence in 2003, and the specialty, the prominence of this school of this university is to create leadership, create the leading minds. All those graduates and postgraduates coming out of this school, named Hartie School of Berlin, they're all leaders in different kind of fields. So they actually create leaders. They create leading minds. They form the prodigious minds, and they are not followers. They don't have any kind of followers syndrome, but they have leadership syndrome. They're all coming out of, all these people are leaders of Europe. Most of the leaders in Europe, if you actually peep into their career, you are definitely going to find out that they're all hailing from the Hartie School of Berlin. So we are going to talk about Hartie School of Berlin today. I have actually created 4 points to elaborate the role, the prominence, the eminence, the significance, performance of this school. Excuse me. Point number 1 is creating leadership. This school actually create leaders. They challenge every new entrant, whoever is getting enrollment in that school, they challenge them that we are going to grind you, we are going to prune you, we are going to groom you, and we are going to make you not the followers. You are not going to beg for jobs in the European market, but as soon as you come out of this Hartie school, then you are going to be the leader in your field, leader in business, leader in industry, leader in technology, leader in politics, leader in social activities and all that. And they prove that. Their purpose, their goal, their objective, their focus, their concentration is on their students to make them leaders, not the followers, only leaders. Their conditions, their requirements, their prerequisites, they are all very stringent, very Spartan. They take the students, and if they find out that the student is not going to measure up, if a student does not measure up to the prerequisite of the institute's requirements, standards, then they are definitely going to let this person go after 3 months or 6 months. Max amount or minimum amount is 3 months, maximum amount of time is 6 months. Within 3 to 6 months, they're going to actually judge the person, if the person has that kind of potential, if he has what it needs to be the leader, then and then they are going to groom, they are going to prune, they are going to grind that person. Otherwise, they are politely going to tell this person, discontinue, and tell the person that you are not the material to study in Hartie School. Point number 2, a defining name in Europe. There's so many colleges are there in Europe, and the biggest college is Oxford, and lots of universities are there in Germany, France, Spain, Turkey, in Italy, and in England. Everywhere there are huge amount of universities are there. But those universities are actually making you educated. This one actually makes you leader. That's the biggest difference. Wherever you go, you are going to get your master's degree, you are going to get your graduation degree, and you are going to work for other companies, and you can become whatever you want to become. You are all in the country. You are not any kind of special talent. But over here in Hartie School, you are special talent. You are pruned and groomed in a special talent. They're going to provide you a special talent. They are not going to generalize the student, but particularize the student in a particular field. And that particular field happens to be only leadership. They don't want their students to leave Hartie school and become a commoner, become an ordinary person, but only extraordinary leaders in their domain, extraordinary leader in Europe, in America, in Asia, everywhere their students are. And they are all leaders, they are all holding leadership leash in their hand. They are not ordinary type of students, ordinary type of workers that they work under their bosses. No. They are leaders. Number 3, Cutting Edge Institute for Cutting Edge Tutelage. This institute is also cutting edge, and the education or the tutelage they provide is also absolutely, positively cutting edge. They don't leave any kind of stone unturned. Their education is different, their style is different, their motto is different, their approach is different, their modality is different, their modus operandi is different, modus vivendi is different. Every single thing is totally state of the art that you don't find anywhere else. They are zealot about making their students, making their learners only leaders, no second fiddle, but second to none, absolutely positively best of the best leaders who are absolutely perfected, absolutely seasoned, absolutely veteran in their leadership arena. Point number 4 is prodigious minds are formed. When the student enters or enrolls in the Hartie school, he is a commoner, he is an ordinary person, he is absolutely cyber. He is a street person, doesn't have any kind of quality, doesn't have any kind of potential, doesn't have any kind of strong background or anything like that. But as soon as he enters and he spends a year or two, his ability, capability, viability, potential, prowess, every single thing flourishes astronomically and flourishes exponentially. He becomes totally different, he becomes totally unique, he becomes totally cutting edge, and he actually starts developing the qualities to be a teacher, to be a leader. He doesn't remain ordinary person but becomes extraordinary leader. Whatever the field that person actually gets himself enrolled, he actually becomes the leader in that particular domain. He doesn't have a wishy-washy education, he doesn't have roly-poly teaching or roly-poly learning, but every single thing is state of the art, every single thing is cutting edge, every single thing is holistic, every single thing is out of this world. And when he comes out of the university, he is totally different than all others, totally different than all others. And he is not just a tall person, but he's a walking tall. He's not a talking tall, but walking tall leader in Europe, in Asia, Africa, Australia, or America, wherever he goes, he actually becomes leader. Like MBA from Chicago University are known as Chicago boys because they get MBA, and after getting MBA, they don't look for the job, but look for the company. Look for the company, they become company owner, they become boss. They never say anyone boss, but they themselves are boss. That is the way all the graduate and postgraduate from Hartie School are also leaders. They are never followers, but they are always leaders. Thank you very much for listening. That's all the time we have today. See you again next time. Until then, God bless everyone on this planet.